Wellness fam, and welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Wellness. Today we are bringing you our third play episode of Dungeons and Wellness. Super excited. I am Michelle, your host and DM, and joining us today we have Steve.
Hey guys.
Hi, Steve.
What's up?
And we have Drew.
Hello.
Hey, Drew. Hi. So before we jump in real quick, for the people who maybe are joining us for the first time today, Steve, can you give us a very brief rundown on your character? Who is your character?
So I'm playing Rand. He's a 17-year-old farmer. He went off with his two good friends to seek adventure. Adventure, fame, and fortune.
That's right. And oh boy, all of those things.
And along the way, he, got himself into a bit of a mess where something happened between him and a goblin that ended up the goblin being dead. Which he unfortunately, he had to kill him. And he's not doing too good with that.
Yeah, he's a 17-year-old farm boy. He's never experienced anything like that before.
Nope. So. And there's some strange things going on in his village of Daenerys as well. A lot of ethnocentric talk about outsiders and keeping people within the confines of the town that he had never experienced before. So he's quite troubled about that. And he's talking to his friend Caesar, who is also from Daenerys, Caesar the elf, the wise elf, about what that could mean.
Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Beautiful summary of Rand's journey so far. Wow. Now that I think about it, yeah, Rand has gone through a lot in just 2 episodes.
Yeah. Oh, and he's so sad that their friend Nifty decided to stay behind, but he did so with honorable reasons.
Yes, Nifty.
Nifty will be greatly missed.
Indeed. And
the fish too.
Oh yes. And the little fish Quippy. Oh, fish backpack, so cute. Drew, can you give us a brief rundown on who you'll be playing today?
My character is Caesar. He is a overeducated high elf who's kind of lived life in the academy and then left that behind to kind of live real life, see what real people are doing. So yeah, I've been hanging out with Rand and Nifty and living life like a real person, normal person, and it's been quite exciting.
All right, very nice. Well, I'm glad that Caesar has his little buddy Rand to show him the ways of what it's like to be an actual person living in the world. And we still don't know why Caesar was in Daenerys, but no spoilers. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, for a fantastic synopsis of the last 2 episodes, while also introducing your characters. So at this point, are you ready to play?
Let's do it.
Let's go! All right, so last episode we ended with you at the gates of you leaving the Vix camp and approaching the city of Loudwater. So now, we open today's scene at the gates of Loudwater.
They kept on mentioning the last game, something wrong with their cemeteries. There's an issue in the cemetery.
There's a municipal issue with the pits.
But they talk about the cemeteries and something weird is going on.
Well, they have a system whereby you have to make sure you write down what you want your afterlife plans to be it cemetery, be it cremation, or some other thing. And if you don't write that down, they'll put you into one of many Just open burial pits. So that's an issue. But I think the main one is that there's been some robberies of some variety.
Yes,
Michelle,
yeah,
can you
something's
remind
going
us?
on out there.
Nice. Yes. So
I don't like that system.
It's a bad system. It's a really bad system.
It's horrible.
Yep.
If you didn't like one of your relatives and they just like died on you, and they had all their plans, you could rip them up and say, "Oh no, they didn't say anything. Put them in
Right. And you'd think that a family member could intervene, but no, if they didn't write it down,
That's it. You're
into the
it's
pit.
with you.
Isn't it nice to have such a well-defined bureaucratic infrastructure around us in modern society?
It's true.
So convenient.
Imagine you get in trouble early on, and the magistrate says, "For your sentence, I will commune you to the pits when you die."
Yeah.
For the rest of your life, like, I'm going to you're working the field. Life sucks because I'm going to end up in the pit. Why do I live?
There you go.
Sorry, Michelle. What was the robbery situation?
Oh, no worries.
Approaching the
So robbery, yes, they haven't had food in Loudwater for a while. And so as a result, or not as a result, but like people are noticing that food stores and supplies are kind of disappearing faster than expected. And so that was, as the Vix explained, that was kind of the reason for the Loudwater rumor that Denaria was full of thieves and bandits who were coming to Loudwater to steal the food.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm happy to answer any other recap questions. Anything else?
No, that's
Got it.
I think that's the main one.
Cool. All right. So here we go. You have walked through the forest, which we now know is the Southwood Forest just outside of Loudwater. And it's taken you another day or so of walking after leaving the Vix. It's not a very big forest, so it's dense but not that big. So you followed the path, and after about a day's walk, you emerged to find this beautiful high walled city. But the walls, they're not made of stone or really metal or anything, masonry, anything you'd expect. These walls are made out of giant twisted vines that look like tree roots almost emerging from the ground. It almost looks like the city has emerged as part of the forest. So you come up to the gate of the city, and you are greeted by two half-elves.
We'll say hello to them, hail them.
Hey there. What brings you to Loudwater?
Oh, we're just passing through on our way to, I don't want to tell them where we're going.
It's okay.
Well, we're just passing through. We're taking in the countryside, my friend and I.
And are you merchants? Do you have any merchandise to declare?
I'm a farmer, actually.
Yeah, no merchandise here.
Okay, all right, no merchandise. And let's see. Okay. Oh, what are your names?
Oh, my name is Rand, and this is my friend Caesar.
Yeah, I'm Caesar.
Caesar, where are you coming from?
Daenerys.
Yeah.
Denaria. They look at each other. They look at each other with their brows furrowed.
Daenerys is the mother of all dragons. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. Nah, interesting little coincidence here. Maybe future crossover? Anyways. So they look at each other suspiciously when you say Denaria. They say Denaria. Look you up and down. You don't look like bandits.
We're not.
We're not bandits.
Yeah. He's a farmer. Academic. Wizard.
My friend here is a famous philosopher.
I'll take it.
Huh. All right, and Caesar, they look you up and down. They see that you have maybe some garb typical of a wizard. Maybe they catch sight of your books. They say, "All right. Well, before we let you in, we're just going to do a quick pat down, if that's okay with you. Make sure you're not bringing in any weapons or smuggling any suspicious items."
Are you guards?
What was that, Steve? Sorry.
Are you guards?
Yes, that is our duty here.
Are they both dressed in uniforms or?
Oh yeah, you can tell that they're like actually city guards. They're not just two random folks.
All right, since I'm friends with Caesar, would I assume I would speak a little bit of elf? But these guards are half elven, you're saying?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll look at Caesar. I'll say, maybe we should just tell him what we're doing.
Well, I mean, we heard that you guys are having a problem with, robberies or something with your food source. So we figured that we'd be able to help out with that.
I'll show him like the hilt of my sword. I'll say, I'm pretty good with this. We could give you guys a hand.
Oh, well.
So if you must know, we're on our way to Waterdeep, but we stopped off here first to help our neighbors.
Well, why didn't you say so? Oh my goodness.
Well, you know what? I think there's just a lot of distrust between our two communities that maybe we both have to work on.
I hear you, brother. I hear you loud and clear. And this is the one on the right speaking. I hear you loud and clear, brother. I've been working on that myself recently, and I've recently come to the realization that maybe not every rumor that goes around is necessarily true.
Well, you gave us your names. What are your names?
Oh, well, I apologize.
You're our names. I should that backwards.
My name.
Friends.
Of course, and I truly apologize for not having introduced us. I hope you understand. This is a tough time for us, so we can never really, just trust anybody out on the street. But my name is Yanni, and this here is my twin sister Laurel, and we have been working as the guards of this city for ever since we became adults. It's what we've been doing. So excuse us for not initially trusting you. You see a lot of all types of characters when you're working the guard post.
I think I misheard you. So you're saying your names are Yanni and Yanni?
No. I'm Yanni, and my sister is Laurel. I know people get us mixed up all the time, but
Okay. Yeah, the first time I heard it, I thought it was both Yanni and Yanni, but okay, Yanni and Laurel.
Yes, common mistake. That's totally fine.
Are they both female?
The one on the right, Yanni, is male, and Laurel is female.
Obviously, because Rand has already taken the shine to Laurel being the young man that he is.
Laurel is.
As he kind of like strides up to her and like offers her some chocolates from his pack. Say, "Oh, I swiped these from home. They're pretty good. You want one?"
No, thank you, little boy. But I appreciate
years old.
Ouch.
And
so he'll trying to be like, super cool. So tell us about these bandits that are troubling you. Something about the pits and people stealing stuff from the pits. And my friend and I here, he's like, trying to look like Mr. Badass adventure in front of this 200-year-old elf.
Her
He's like-
eyebrows are climbing.
He's like, I think we can handle this for you. No charge, of course.
She looks you up and down. You're a little skinny, my friend. Where's the rest of you?
I'm fit.
All right.
I'm a growing lad.
Well, let's see what you can do. Welcome to our city, Rand. And
Oh, thank you.
and welcome, Caesar. I really hope that we can figure something out because it has been a really tough time for us here. We haven't had food. We haven't had fresh food for at least a year, and our food supplies are, I don't know what's happening. It really feels like somebody is stealing them, or maybe we're all going crazy, but our food's been disappearing. Nobody knows where it's going. That's why we thought, that it was the Denarians who were taking our food from us. If you can help us get to the bottom of this, the city of Loudwater will be eternally grateful. And with that, they open the gate.
All right.
Let's walk in.
Yeah, let's see what we can do.
Are they coming with us or?
They say, we have to continue to stand guard at the gate, but please go ahead.
Who's the town spokesman or spokeswoman or mayor?
We have, because of the difficult times we've been having, recently we've been following the word of the Green Regent, yes, and the Green Regent is, it's a title that carries a lot of weight. And basically, the Green Regent is the person who takes care of this whole environment and helps us balance our food and our water and all the natural resources. And because of this time of duress with food disappearing, well, we've all kind of joined the efforts of the Green Regent.
Where can we find the Green Regent?
Unfortunately, the Green Regent is currently out of town, trying to figure out what is going on here. And so he actually made his way, or he left to go to Waterdeep a couple of weeks ago, actually.
Does he have a lieutenant or an assistant? Who's in charge right now? Who's in charge of when he's gone? Who's in charge?
I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but it's more of like a collective leadership thing when the Green Regent leaves. He trusts us, so I wouldn't say that there's any single leader, but we are all joined in the mission of helping of keeping Loudwater safe.
Well, okay. Is there a good tavern you can direct us to?
Oh, now there's a question I can answer. Now,
or a bad one.
Oh, sorry?
Or a bad one.
The taverns locally, they may have some beverages. Not too much food, though. If you're looking for a variety of food and drink, I would recommend the marketplace.
Okay.
The marketplace is just see this main road.
Mm-hmm.
Just follow the main road until you hit the river and the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Then, when you see the river, don't go over the bridge, turn right. You can't miss it. The marketplace is right there, right on your right before the bridge.
Alrighty, we'll just take it from there, I guess. Follow our nose. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. All right. So
as we're walking off together, I'll whisper to Caesar. Sounds a bit problematic to me.
What do you mean?
This whole form of self-government. Seems to be nobody in charge.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think you'll find it interesting. There's a lot of places where things aren't quite as clear as they are in Denaria. There's different systems of power
Are you
structure.
moving my thing, Michelle?
Oh, I am. Yeah. Are you able to control it?
No.
Oh, again. Okay.
That's no big deal. You want to do it?
Yeah, that's weird. You should be able to control it, but all right. I can keep you caught up.
Okie doke. So he's walking with the spring in his step, and he looks back, and now says openly, Caesar. He goes, I don't know, Caesar. What do you think? A guy like me, an elf girl like her. What do you think?
She is hundreds of years old, my man. She is. She's a little bit older than I think. But maybe one day you get a little more experience out there in the world, and you'll find an elf girl one of these days.
He's got the stars in his eyes. He's like barely listening to you, like, yeah.
This looks like a market of sorts.
Yeah, pretty market. I see some people over here.
Yeah.
All right. You have found the market.
Ooh. We need to talk to somebody, get down to this business of these thefts going on.
All right. So welcome to the market. As you walk into the market, so actually I forgot to say, but as you're walking along the road, you notice, by the way, that this whole town of Loudwater is luscious. Like there's just greenery sprouting from every patch of dirt that you can see. You see big trees and plants, flowers, shrubs all over the place. And by a lot of the homes, you also see a lot of beautifully tended gardens that are just bursting with life. So,
do I recognize any of the people at the market, Michelle?
You do not recognize these people here.
Gotcha.
What type of condition is the town in?
The town itself it's not, so basically all of the buildings are made out of wood and stone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, does it look like it's like, a livable town, like, people taking care of their homes and businesses?
Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
You're saying there's a food shortage. Do we notice that people are walking around like looking unhealthy?
So good question. So you actually don't see too many people out and about at the moment.
We see any animals?
Not too many animals. However, and thank you for asking, what you do notice is that every so often you'll see, like in the distance, what looks like a little kid. Like you see kids just kind of like squatted down in the grass, like hunkered down in the flora. Yeah. And they're just kind of like, you see them pulling up plants, breaking them apart, sucking on the roots, chewing the leaves. You see little kids like scampering around trying to catch bugs. And as you approach the marketplace, you notice that one of the kids successfully catches a bug and then just pops it into their mouth totally raw.
I'm going to go up to the little kid.
Okay. So actually, that kid is this one right here. So I'll put him over here, actually. Okay. So let's say it's
I'll bend down to his level so I'm eye contact so I don't freak him out. I'll say, hey there, big guy. What's your name?
Hi. My name is Kanan. Nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Rand. Nice to meet you too. So what are you doing?
I'm just getting a snack,
Oh, I saw some of your friends out there in the field. They looked like they were doing the same thing.
Yeah. Times are rough around here, man. I mean, sorry.
Does he look scrawny? Does he look scrawny, like he hasn't eaten much, or?
This kid in particular, you notice, actually looks very healthy. Like this kid just looks like a normal
And I was going to ask
child.
about his pallor and everything else, but
Right. So then, like the other children you've noticed do look like scrawny and pale and weak. But this one, Kanan in particular, he looks healthy. He's almost glowing, honestly.
So there's a food shortage in your town?
Yeah. So that was really scary. Last year, basically, all of the crops just died. Like overnight. It was wild. I remember I woke up and I heard my dad just screaming about how we have no choice and there's no food left and what are we gonna do?
As he's talking, I'll reach in my pack and I'll get like whatever food I have. I'll like break off a little piece of lembas spread and I'll give it to him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And
Yeah,
he grabs that.
I think he'd like that more than a bug.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to share this with my sister.
Oh, good.
And
Are your parents around?
Yeah, actually. My dad runs the stand right there if you want to go talk to him.
Yeah, look at Caesar. Yeah, I think we should go talk to his father.
Yeah, see what's going on here.
I'll give him a little bit more of the wafer and say, here, now you and your sister can have equal shares.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Being, 17 and not looking into the, pragmatically into the future, like, oh, if I run out of food now, what am I going to eat? Just trying to help.
And Kanan, his eyes are like glinting, and he's, oh, thank you, sir, thank you. And he bows and he tucks the extra wafer away and he scampers along and he says, come, I'll introduce you to my dad.
Oh, great.
And so he's kind of guiding you through the marketplace. And as you walk past this stand right here with the red roof thing, you notice a sign, a very, you can tell, very homemade. It's literally a piece of burlap as if cut out from the side of a sack. And words are painted onto it. And the sign says, "The Vic's Bounty."
Hey, we know them.
So Kanan continues to scamper and he says, come, my dad is this way. Come.
Okay, we'll follow him.
And so, man with the yellow circle or yellow ring. Okay, so Kanan says, Dad! Man turns around. Yes, son. Dad, these are some nice people who are coming to town and they gave us food. And Kanan pulls out the wafer bits and he gives some to his dad and he says, I'm going to give some to Soma. And he scampers into the little, into the back of the tent or whatever, the stall. So I'm going to put that there, but he's kind of inside in the back.
Gotcha.
Okay.
I'll greet the father. I'll introduce Caesar and myself.
Hello, lads. What brings you to the destitute town of Loudwater?
Well, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the food shortage, see if we can help if any way.
Ugh.
How long has this been going on for?
Well, of all people you could have asked about it. Great. I am a farmer.
So am I.
Oh, nice, man of the trade. Nice to meet you. So, I'll tell you everything I know. Essentially, I have been farming my whole life. It's what I do. I don't know how to do anything else. It's what my father did before me, and
nodding my head and understanding.
I've been, bringing food and life from the ground ever since I knew how to use my hands, and this is what I do. And every so often, as a farmer, you have issues with things like molds, blights, you get pests. It happens. When these things happen, well, as a farmer, as a fellow farmer, you and I, we know how to deal with these kinds of issues. Usually they're not too bad. But last year, I don't know what happened. I've never seen a blight spread so fast in my life. Last year, one morning, we woke up, and every single farmer in town saw that their entire fields, all their crops had been devastated. Somehow, just a blight spread through the whole city of Loudwater, literally overnight. Since then, we've been starving. That happened maybe a couple of weeks before harvest. So since then, we've been living on our supplies, dried corn, wheat, millet, those kinds of things. But
I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, and the city itself, very verdant. Like, you got some really fertile soil here, but every time you try to plant stuff, it gets wiped out right before harvest, you're saying?
Yeah, I know. We were all shocked too, as professionals who grow plants for a living. We were shocked to see that somehow all of our crops had been wiped out, but the rest of the city is fine. And he gestures around at all the greenery around him. Like, I don't know.
Well, I'm sure if the area were informed, we would have helped you. We would try to help you. You said, do you have any fast runners in town?
Oh, well, it's that's a good question, because actually my boy Kanan is one of the speediest boys in town. He is so quick. I've been really, really lucky because we've all been hit so hard by this starvation time, but somehow my boy, he stayed strong, and really he's done so much.
Him on a mission?
Say that again. Sorry.
Would you be willing to send him on a mission?
What kind of mission?
Tell him to run to the town of Denaria and find my father, Bilbo. He was the head of the Farmers Guild, Bilbo Althor, and tell him what's happening here, and tell him that I said that Denaria needs to help the town or neighbors in Loudwater and send, because we're fine. We have no blight. We have plenty of supplies and food. And I'm sure my dad would be able to get something together and help you guys. And if along the way you find a curious character with a backpack with a little fish inside of it named Nifty, then you tell Nifty what's going on, and maybe he'll be able to help you. Escort you to the village.
That is such a generous offer. And I appreciate you coming as an ambassador. But I really
looking to see. I guess we're our ambassadors, Rand, aren't we? I stand up really proud.
He chuckles a little bit.
Caesar, what's an ambassador do?
So it's what you're doing right now, basically. You're good.
I just told you Rand, didn't I? I must have that like 3 o'clock, 3:30. So I'll tell him. Well, we came because we heard rumors about the problems you were having, and something about like the pits. Like there are robbers by the pits. These pits outside of town.
Oh, the pit. Well,
the pit, and like there are like brigands about, and
Hmm.
A little cocky. We met a goblin brigand in the woods, didn't we, Caesar? And pats the back of his sword. Yeah, I took care of him.
Oh.
So we can take care of brigands, can't we, Caesar?
Yeah, we can take care of brigands.
So yeah, if you're willing to send your boy, it's clear now. Should be safe. And Nifty's out there somewhere with the what were they called? The
Vix
family, the Pigs,
the Vix
The
Vix hunting for food for you guys.
As soon as you say the Vix, this woman over here, she pipes up and she says, what, did you just say the Vix? You ran into the Vix?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. Those are my boys. Did you by any chance get a chance to talk to Vic Jr.?
Yes.
That's my husband. Did you meet our little Vic the Third?
We certainly did. We met the whole clan and Senior as well.
That's my little boy. Vic the Third is a nervous little fella. I'm sorry if he, wept a little. That's kind of his thing. He likes to weep a lot.
That's okay. Weeping is good.
Yeah, that's what I tell him too. Well, it's so wonderful to see you all, but I couldn't help but to hear that you're asking about the food shortage and what's going on in town. Yeah. So we've been having issues with that, and I overheard my friend Basant here telling you all about the farmer side of things. Fortunately, our family has been a little bit better off because if you've met my boys, then you know we're bounty hunters. Not in, oh boy.
Not bail bondsmen, but they're hunting the bounties on the creatures that they are.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Words. I'm not so good at the words, but that's what they do. And so they bring in meat, and basically we collect the bounty, and then we redistribute meat and the animal products to the people. So
yeah, they're out there right now trying to do that. Our friend Nifty is with them, helping them out and protecting them because there were some wild creatures in the woods that, had to be dispatched.
Yep. That's what they do. They are.
This kid's getting hockey now. He's talking about goblins again. Now he seems to be you notice he said creatures, he's pluralizing it. There's only one goblin, but now he's saying there are some creatures out there need to be taken care of. We dispatched them.
Oh my, thank you for helping keep my boys safe. It's so nice to meet you.
But anyway, so we're trying to figure out about what's going on with these robberies or these thefts that are occurring.
Yeah, well, I heard that it was those what was that random village called? Denaria? I heard it was burglars from there who was
there.
Well, I mean, we just heard from this fellow right here that it's a blight. It's an agricultural issue. The crops have not been stolen. They were just not produced. So we're pretty sure it has something to do with this this blight rather than thieves or anything like that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe we should go out into the fields and check out this blight.
What I can say is that people in this city, this is hard to say, but people in this city have been passing away. Mm-hmm. It's been hard for us because our food supplies. What was that? Sorry?
Passing away of starvation?
Yes. Yeah, dying of starvation, hunger. Our food supplies have disappeared, or they are disappearing quicker than you would expect. Every so often, it seems like one family in particular gets targeted by the thieves, and they'll just wake up and have half their supplies gone.
That was the theft that I was talking about.
Yeah.
So stolen. So we have like two mysteries here.
If you can help us figure out what's going on with the thieves, I mean, right now it's the spring, so it's planting season again, and we're hoping that the blight doesn't come back. But in terms of helping us right now, I think the most helpful thing for us would be if you can figure out who's taking all of this food. People are dying because their supplies are dwindling faster than they expect.
We'll give it our best.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So is this young fellow going to go run to Denaria?
So yeah, at that point, you actually hear a little like the sound of a baby crying, and it's coming from the back of the stand. So Basant turns around and he says, "Soma, are you okay?" And I mean, do you look towards the
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay, so when you look towards it, you see Kanan, and he's cradling a little toddler, just a little girl. She looks like maybe 2 years old, and she's crying and she's weak, and after a moment of squalling, she just kind of lays limply in Kanan's arms. And he cradles her and he says, "Are you okay? Are you okay, Soma? Soma?" And she says, and after he kind of says her name a couple times, she stirs again. And she says, "Hungry. Kanan, hungry. Food. Kanan, food, please."
Where's the little boy?
Oh, he's holding her.
Oh, okay. I thought he just followed. I'll say, well, could she take some of that wafer that I gave you? Did she eat that?
Yeah.
Did you put it in water first to soften it up for her?
So Kanan grabs the wafer, softens it up, and he gives it to her. And she says, more, still hungry.
I'll give her as much as she can tolerate, I'd say.
And so he keeps feeding her, and what you see, as Kanan is feeding her the wafer, you can't help but to notice that he is just so much more vigorous than she is. Like she's literally laying limp in his arms.
He's been eating all of the bugs, is what's been going on. I
feel like protein in the system.
Yeah,
I'll ask him, when's the last time she had something to eat?
And the dad are okay, and then you see him kind of like look at the dad real quick, and then he says, "This morning."
Okay, so she's had some sustenance.
And okay, so as you're having that interaction, both of you see like something in the marketplace, but you see different things. I'm going to describe what you see. So, first of all, Caesar, you notice a merchant from inside this like larger central green structure. A merchant who looks like a traveling merchant, like not from around here. You notice that merchant looking at you, like with a really thoughtful face, like. And then the second you look over and make eye contact, and you notice that merchant looking at you, he quickly looks away.
Do I recognize the merchant?
Not off the top of your head.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you see that merchant looking at you and then looking away. Okay. Now, Rand, you are hanging out, and you're mostly paying attention to the little boy Kanan and his sister in his arms, Soma. And what you notice is that, like, your line of sight is like pointing towards that tree. So you notice a little shadow that flickers behind the tree, and it almost looks like half of a person. So it's like the regular height of a human or elf is up here, but they're like half as tall.
It's a shadowy.
Yeah, shadowy, and you see like the corner of a cloak, like whip around the tree and then past that house.
Okay, I'm gonna go invest. I'm gonna grab Caesar first.
Yeah, let's,
And I'll tell him what I saw. I'll say I think we should look into this.
Yeah, we can pop over there, see what's going on. This weirdo over here has been looking at me, so I'm fine with.
Do I notice anything strange about the merchant that was looking at him, or?
The merchant doesn't give you doesn't even bother glancing at you twice.
No, I mean, if I look at the merchant, do I see anything that's like out of place? Like,
out of place.
is he wearing armor? Is he carrying like an ornate looking weapon, or?
Oh, I see. Okay, well, he is dressed a little bit better than your standard merchant.
Mm-hmm.
And he has in front of him an array of shields and rings. That is what he is selling.
His clothes, his boots, are they dusty, muddy, or clean?
Oh, I feel like that's a perception check.
Ooh. All right.
Ooh, I can't believe. Wow, we have done no rolls this session.
Hold on a second. Yeah, my controls aren't working.
What?
Give me a minute here.
I can roll for you.
Oh man, we gotta figure this out.
$10.
Steve, do you accept Dru's roll for you?
Oh, now I can do it.
Oh, nice. Oh.
I'd rather have a 10.
The greed has come back to bite Rand in the booty. Kidding.
I hear some like tranquil music in the background.
Oh, it's Steve. It seems like a lot of Roll20 is suddenly working for you. Okay, cool. Like the audio and the rolling suddenly came back. Can you try moving your character now? See if.
Hold on. Let me see. No.
Oh my gosh, technology can't live without it. Okay, that's fine.
Oh wait, hold on. We're getting something here. Right now I can, yes.
Oh wow. Okay. Yes, we did a team. All right, so as you look at that merchant more closely, Rand, you notice that his boots are quite dusty.
Is there any way to turn that music down a bit?
Oh.
You can do it in your settings. If you go into the to settings here, you can adjust the volume on your end.
All right, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's the little gear in the top right corner of Roll20. Okay. So, Dru, is my voice audible?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Oh,
Brilliant.
nice. All right, so as you look at the merchant, Rand, you can see a little dust on his boots. You can tell that Like he's probably traveled quite a far distance.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's go take a look at this this shadow that you saw, and then maybe after we can talk to this guy, see if there's any
Yeah, I'd like
any
to check
rings
that
or
out.
shields that strike your fancy.
Mm.
Where'd you say the shadow was?
So I'll point out the tree. Yeah, that I saw it disappear behind it. Ran towards. Let me move my guy here.
Oh, I think I
There it is.
I think I see what we
there
were
it
talking
was.
about.
Do we see it, or do we actually see it?
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
I
we couldn't
guess.
see from this vantage point, but if I like moved up to here,
Yeah, I think you would have to like go around the house.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
all right,
Okay.
so I'll go right here. So
All
that
right.
is that it
So
up there?
yes, so this right here,
Right.
you stop in your tracks. They stop in their tracks. They slowly turn around.
What is it?
It's Soup.
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 Soup. Woo! I'll go running towards him. Soup. I'll be like, Soup.
Oh my. So
Big hug.
Soup is overwhelmed by the hug, and Soup says, hey guys, hey, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here, Soup?
Well, I came here to investigate some curious matters because I'm a rogue. That's just what I do. I'm investigating. Well, why are you guys here?
Oh,
Soup,
same thing.
you'll never believe this. We're here doing the exact same thing as you. What have you learned, Soup? We're pretty much stumped over here.
Huh. Okay. Well, did you hear about the mold thing?
Heard about the mold.
Did you hear about the people starving?
Yeah.
Heard about the starving.
Okay, you heard about the starving. Did you hear about the thieving of the food supplies?
Also heard about
Yes.
the thieving.
You guys have been doing plenty of sleuthing yourself, I see. Well, okay, then I've just basically been looking for clues as to what is going on with the thefts. See, something is just not adding up here. Something's not right. People are starving, these food supplies are going missing, and I know now that it's not anything to do with Denaria.
Mhm.
I met you guys in Denaria. I know that Denaria is not a nest of bandits. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I'm thinking maybe if I can find the local thieves guild or really anybody who might know something. Do you know if there's like any kind of, I don't know, governor figure or someone who can kind of tell us?
There is not.
There's somebody called the Green Regent, but he went to Waterdeep.
So who replaced him while he's gone?
Nobody.
There are bigger
Nobody's
problems in this
charge
town
right
than I
now.
thought.
Yeah. That's a little fishy to me. That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what's going on here, man. But I feel like if we can talk to maybe a representative, somebody from the local thieves guild might be able to give us more information. I started a thieves guild myself back where I come from. It's our job to keep track of what's going on and what things are being stolen and from who. And if the local thieves guild is responsible for what's going on in this town, well, they're killing their town. So we need to talk to those guys.
I didn't think that little farming community would have a thieving guild.
I I haven't found one yet, so maybe I'm making an assumption here. But
Caesar and I were going to go check out this blight to see what's going on, because it doesn't sound natural to me. Being a farmer's son, that something could settle in overnight and wipe out the entire crops.
Yeah.
I looked at Caesar and I'll see, like, do you think it's magic?
It could be. I mean, I've heard about that kind of thing happening. I don't know, some kind of angry druid or nature wizard, destroying the very thing that they've, learned to protect. So I wouldn't be terribly surprised if it were some kind of magic.
So I'll tell Soup, well, we found a young man who might be willing to run back to Denaria and alert my father. And, my dad's the head of the Farmers Guild, so maybe he could organize a party to come up here with some food, assuming that Farmer Cranach doesn't get involved.
Right.
We also told him that Nifty stayed behind, so maybe Nifty can help him with Farmer Cranach if there's an issue there. I'm thinking right now, as a farmer myself, I'd really like to go check out this blight.
My friend, I recognize your noble desire to supply more food. But if we bring more food supplies, then how can we guarantee that those supplies will not also be stolen?
Well, there are a few good men in Denaria that would come with my dad. They would have to protect it, I guess. My dad used to be an adventurer a long time ago. I know he can handle himself.
Okay. I like what you're I like this potential plan. Let's keep it on the back burner and definitely not say no to that one. You never know. Maybe the Denarians
he went into
and
some nasty
Loudwater
place. My mom won't let him talk to me about, but some nasty place I know he went to called the Caves of Chaos. And he came out, so I think he can handle himself.
Oh, the Caves of Chaos, huh?
Yeah. I mean, he's 51 now. He's a real old guy, but I think he can handle himself.
All right. Well, let's see if maybe we can send a message out to him somehow. Maybe this little kid who you talked about would be able to help. But for now, sorry.
We asked him to, so.
Great. All right then. Want to check out the crops?
Let's do it.
I think that's important. Yeah.
Okay. Lead the way.
Where are the crops?
Oh, I thought you were more familiar with this town. All right.
No, I mean, we've never been here. Or I've never been here because that whole, we have this, there's a sense of mistrust between the two of us.
I see.
Do I know where the crops are? Because I've been here before.
Okay. So if you've been here before, then you'll remember that there aren't any like giant fields anywhere, and it's just like small like private farms that are just scattered throughout.
Gotcha. So are there any nearby that we can take a look at?
Well, there's this one right here.
All right. Let's take a look at it.
Okay. Okay, so you're all standing around. You're looking at that little section of dirt.
It's over here, where Dru is.
Yep.
Okay. That's one patch. Okay. And Soup is also looking with you. And
Soup notice anything weird going on here, like aside from everything else?
Soup has not been here for very much longer than you have. So he doesn't have a lot more information. Okay, so as you are standing there looking at this little field and trying to figure out what's wrong with it, you see, and Soup is also looking at that field with you. And so their kind of gaze is pointed at you. So you can see behind Soup. Soup can't see behind them. And so as you are looking at Soup, you notice, and this happens like really too fast for you to really like react or give any warning. But as you're looking, you see what looks like a bandit run up, grab Soup from behind, and put a dagger to Soup's throat.
Oh, go running up there. Draw my sword.
The bandit is holding the dagger to Soup's throat, and says, "Who are you? Why are you stealing from us?"
Nobody's stealing from you. Let go of my friend.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out what's going on with the
We're trying to help
stand.
this town.
If anybody looks like a bandit, it's definitely you.
Yeah.
On account of you running up and putting a knife to her friend's neck, man. Like,
put down that knife. I'll take my sword out.
We know every face in this town. We don't know your faces.
We're from Denaria. And we're here to help you.
and also, who's we?
Yeah, who's we?
Are you part of a larger organization?
And when you say that you're from Denaria, the bandit slowly, like they kind of go wide-eyed and then they slowly lower the dagger. They say, "Hello, okay, you're from Denaria. I am," wow, this is fascinating. "My name is Zach, and
So
I am a member." Oh,
I mean
sorry?
to interrupt you. So remember we were joking about before on Messenger about me. I guess I might have to play D&D and attend my Zoom class at the same time.
Oh.
So my Zoom class is starting.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well,
so we can either keep going. I mean, you know, I'm muted. It would be an interesting experiment.
Okay. As a former teacher, I really don't want to encourage you to do that.
I think she's going to say, as a former teacher, it's probably good for us to call it.
Yeah, I was gonna call it in a minute anyway, but essentially, just like this guy introduces himself. He says his name is Zach, and he is actually a member of the local Thieves Guild. And
Perfect.
he tells
you.
You
taking your knife away from my friend's throat?
Yes, and he lowered his knife when you said you were from Denaria, and he says, so he's a representative of the local Thieves Guild, and they since we're short on time, I'm gonna give you the TLDR. He summarizes that the thieves have noticed food disappearing from like families in Denaria, and these thieves are not the ones stealing. So the members of the Thieves Guild, they recognize that something is wrong. People are stealing from Loudwater residents who are not the local like Loudwater Thieves Guild members. And so the Thieves Guild now, they are essentially trying to figure out what's going on. And they are also doing the same thing as you, trying to solve this mystery of who's stealing the food in Loudwater.
Sweet.
I'll say, well, I'll put my sword away, so maybe we can team up.
Yeah, we definitely need to know what you guys know if we're gonna figure this out.
Sounds good. I'll take you back to the guild.
And I'll also tell him about Cullen and what he might do. I said, so if this kid comes back with my dad, and maybe a couple of the guys, they'll need help protecting the food.
That's also true. Okay, so sounds like we have a...
Maybe you can supply that help.
Yeah, okay. So then how about this? We are wrapping up the session like now. So what do you want your characters to kind of set in motion? Because like next time we're going to the Thieves Guild, so we can say that like a little time passes like as you get on over to the Thieves Guild. So do you want to like send someone back to Denaria in that time?
I'll go ask Cohen again if he's willing to do it. He's a fast kid. He's in good health.
I see. I think just like he would probably say no because he wants to stay with his sister.
Could Soup do it?
Oh, Soup could probably do it.
Yeah.
Okay, you ask Soup. Soup said, all right. So Soup says, all right, I'll go back, but I really don't want to get close to that Cronuk guy.
No, I'll give him direction. Just go straight to my father's place.
Okay, I'll do it because this is so important. But that
does he have like a something to write on?
I got parchment and some ink and stuff, so we can.
Oh, okay. Since I don't know how to write anyway, can you
I can
down my message for me?
I'll write a quick note for you. Yeah.
Steve, do you want to narrate it?
I'll make my mark like.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. Cool. So Soup will head back to Denaria to alert Bilbo Althor, and ask for help for Loudwater. Meanwhile, you guys and Zach, the Loudwater thief, are headed back to the Thieves Guild to get to the bottom of why this food is being stolen, what is going on here. If it's not the local thieves and it's not the Denarians, who is stealing the food from Loudwater?
Excellent question. And we'll
right.
figure it out hopefully next time.
Yeah, we will figure it out next time on Play Episode 4. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. And thank you so much to our viewers as well. It is a joy to go on this journey with you. Thanks for being part of the Wellness Fam. And I'm really excited because I think the clarity episode for this one will be interesting.
Excellent.
A lot of stuff to talk about.
Oh, definitely. All right. Have a good one. Goodbye,
Bye, everybody.
everyone. See you next time.